Good morning. I have a lot to unpack today, and hopefully I won't get too squirrely and forget what I was trying to say. Like a lot of Christians, I'm doing the Bible study in a year again, going through the entire Bible. And it started out in Genesis. It's a chronological study, so it's Genesis and Job, and then goes back to Genesis. But what struck me this morning is how God is good all the time. But out of his goodness, or I should say, his goodness comes from love. And I started thinking about it. Everything that is God is love. So we know that he's just, he's merciful, he's kind, he's patient, he's so gracious to his children. But I started thinking more about the justice part. And one of the arguments that a lot of non-believers or agnostics, they're not sure what they believe, what they argue against is, how could a loving God murder children, wipe out entire countries, as we read about in Genesis? How could a loving God allow his servant Job, a faithful man, to suffer so much? And I started thinking about it. It's still love. It's still love that the Lord, let's focus on the people that he wiped out, entire civilizations. It's still love because if you think about it, for one thing, we know that he's just, which we already talked about. But with justice, we don't know what those people were going to be, how they were going to be. We don't know if they were going to be murderous. I mean, most of the people that we hear about, the Amorites, the Philistines, Moabites, whatever, they were murderous people. They were pagans. They had horrible gods, little g, that they worshipped that required them to throw their babies into fire. I mean, they were horrible. They were evil-minded. And that's all they sought was evil. And the Lord knows exactly what's in a person's heart. And I firmly believe that if anybody is going to come to the Lord, he knows this, obviously. From the beginning of time, he knew exactly who was going to come to him, who was going to have eternal salvation, and he knew who wasn't. And so I believe firmly that if somebody was living among the Philistines, say, and they were going to accept the Lord, I know that he would have moved them away before he wiped out the civilization. He would have sent them on a trip or something. I just know this because I've seen how he works. I've seen that he does these things. He protects his children no matter what. Anyway, also the argument about the children. Well, we also know that the Lord loves children. And let's say the children of these Philistines that I think it was David was going to wipe out an entire village or something, and they killed men, women, and children. Whoops, I almost fell. That would have been funny on camera. Our human minds say, oh, that's just horrible. How could they do that? But how could the Lord have done, allowed that to happen or even ordered it to happen? Well, he loves children, and children, when they're young, they know the Lord instinctually. Babies are born knowing the Lord. It's only as we grow older that we move away from him and harden our hearts and turn away. So when he wipes out all those children, they're with him. They're with him immediately. Instead of growing up to be a pagan, worshiping, murderous adult, they're with the Lord. What a wonderful thing. I mean, and again, our human minds don't focus on that. We focus on the life that we have as humans and not the wonderful afterlife that we have with the Lord. Anyway, I know that was a little rambling, but it goes all back to God is love. God is good. And God knows everything. He knows the beginning to the end. And we just have to trust him. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.